Hey, what's happening, guys? Hope you're having a good weekend. I know I am because yesterday, Saturday, the first of my orders from the Banggood anniversary sale came in. And the reason this one came in so fast is because it was actually in the US. And if you can't tell what that is, let's have a zoomer. It is a Wemos D1 Mini. Now, I'm sure you guys are all familiar with this, so you're probably saying, well, what the hell is he showing us this for? We all know what the Wemos D1 Mini is. It's an ESP8266 on a very small form factor board. Whoops, sorry, I bumped the camera. In fact, and I will make sure I start my ruler in the correct place, it is just a little over 1 3/4 inches long by just about 1 inch wide, or for those of you of the metric persuasion, it's about 3.5 centimeters by 2.5 centimeters. Now this one, as you can see, has these really long pins on it. And the reason it has these really long pins on it is because I also ordered a bunch of shields for this to make some really neat projects. But you don't have to use that. In fact, it comes with a complete set of regular pins. I mean, there's regular males, there's regular females, and then you get these nice long ones with the pass-through header. So, bear with me again. Why am I showing you old technology? Trust me, you'll like it. So I figured for a simple project to test this thing out, we would build a hiker's friend. What's a hiker's friend, you ask? Well, it's a little creation that a hiker can use to show temperature, pressure, and altitude while they're hiking. So to do that, we just need 3 components, and I've got them all right here. We have our D1 Mini. We have a BME 280 temperature and pressure sensor, and an OLED display. So these are both I2C devices, so you can see they're wired in parallel here. And we're going to hook up our 3 volts to the 3-volt pin, our ground to the ground, our clock, which is yellow in this case, goes to D1, and our data goes to D2, and that's the entire connections for this. Now let's go take a look at the code. Okay, here's the code for the hiker's friend. We have 4 includes. We need the I2C library, which is called wire. We need the SSD 1306 for the OLED. We need the Adafruit sensor library, and we need the BMP 280 library. Then we're going to create an instance of the 1306 called display, and generally this has an OLED reset define up here, and it's set for pin 4. That won't work with the ESP8266. Just put LED built in and it'll work just fine. Then we're going to create an instance of the Adafruit BMP 280 called BME. I don't know why. BME 280 is a whole different sensor. But it works, so we'll just go with it. Alright, in setup, we have serial begin 9600. We use that for debugging. If there's a problem, it'll print out a message. Then at display.begin, SSD 1306, switch APV VCC, comma, and here's this important part. If you didn't buy your OLED from Adafruit, their standard address of 0x3D as in dog is probably not going to work for you. Try changing it to 0x3C as in Charlie, and you'll probably be alright. Then we'll display the Adafruit logo, which is hard-coded into the library, for 2 seconds, and clear the display. Next, we say, if not, BME begin, serial print an error message. And it just continues until it works. Now, void loop, this is our main loop of the program. So the first thing we're going to do is create a float variable called temp, and it will be BMP read temperature. That's the function call to get your temperature. It's going to return it in Celsius, but for my US viewers, we're going to convert it to Fahrenheit by multiplying it by 1.8 and adding 32. Then we're going to create a float called press, which is for our pressure, and the function for that is BME read pressure, which is going to return the pressure in pascals. But again, for my American viewers, we want it in inches of mercury. So we multiply it by 0.000293. Then we're going to create a float called alti for our altitude, and the command for that is BME read altitude. And you want to get your local forecast for that. And that's going to put it in meters. We like feet, so 3.28084. That'll give us in feet. Then we're going to clear the display at the beginning of each loop, set our text size to 1, our text color to white, our display in the upper left. Then we're going to print our heading, which in this case is temperature. And then we're going to print that variable temp, comma 2, which will give us 2 decimal places. After that, we'll print the F for Fahrenheit. And you'll notice this one is a print line, so it drops down. We do the same thing for pressure, the same thing for altitude, and then we show what's in the buffer. We leave it up there for 2 seconds, and we start the whole shebang over. That's it. Let's go take a look. Alright, you've seen the hardware setup, you've seen the code. Let's get it into action. Can I zoom in some more here? Now there's no flickering to my eye. That flickering is all a function of the camera. So there you see we have temp, and it's kind of warm in here. It is 80.24 degrees. Our pressure is 29.4 inches, and the altitude is actually about 500 feet. But you know what? That's close enough for government work, even though I don't work for the government. I used to, but I don't anymore. Like Mitch Hedberg used to say, I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to too. Hedberg was great. He is missed. Anyway, so that's a simple project, and you're still sitting there going, what the hell is he showing us this for? Well, because I like you. And I didn't just buy one of these for me. I bought one for you guys too. So here's the same Wemos D1 that I've got, along with all the header pins. And here is a nice, compact little project case. It's 3 7/8 inches by 2.5 by about 1 inch high. Plenty of room for you to put your D1 mini project in there. I don't have any fingernails. There we go. Put your D1 mini project in there, no problem. Power it with a LiPo, and you got a nice little project case. So if you want this, and you're in the United States, leave a comment down below, and on September the 20th, that video, that day, I will choose the viewer, and you'll get to see it because I'll be using now the I was using a random number generator before. I'm now using TubeBuddy. So TubeBuddy has a function to choose a winner from the comments in a particular video, blah, blah, blah. You don't give a shit. Anyway, the September 20th video will pick the winner. I'll throw this in the mail. You'll have it in a few days, and you've got yourself a D1 Mini to play with. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment, share, and thank you, and you, and you, and even you who constantly downvotes every one of my videos for watching and subscribing.
and being part of our community. It means the world to me. I hope you guys get something out of it. I'm out of here because it's Steeler Sunday and we got to go beat the Vikings. Peace.